Good afternoon. Welcome to Anguilla, my favorite place. And look at that in the background. What is that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is Clayton J. Lloyd International Airport. Look at this. This is a payware scenery that I just picked up. A gentleman from Anguilla, did this scenery. I'm going to do a video on this scenery alone at some point soon. But let me suffice it to say, if you want a Caribbean airport, if you are looking for a new place to fly out of and want an airport to check out, you can do not much better than this one. This is absolutely like an exact replica of this airport. It is spectacular. I would encourage anybody to get it. You can get it on flightsim.to. You can get it at Sim Market. Huge thank you and appreciation to the gentleman who put that together. And let's go battery on, main on. That's on auto. Let's put this on auto. Fuel selector on auto. Autopilot. We're gonna put that on. All right. So the G3000 is fired up. So let's hit the starter. This is how this is how difficult it is to get this airplane started.
System test. Okay. Aural warning. Okay.
Hit the master caution. We're gonna get the NG rise here. Once that gets to 20, you can move this up into low idle. Then the NG is going to continue to rise. Make sure we don't get a runaway ITT. Make sure that stays in the green. This should come up to about 58%, the NG. ITT is in the green. 58, 59%. We'll put this up now into high idle. And this is now going to start the torque, and the prop is going to start turning. ITT's looking good, NG looking good. And ladies and germs, that's it. Like, that's it. That's what it takes to start this airplane. It's awesome. I'm pretty new to this plane. I don't know why, frankly, you would fly anything else. 29904 is the altimeter. Doink, doink. There's, whoopsie, 29904. The only thing I found a little weird is my mouse. My mouse pointer does not stay in one place for. It doesn't stay visible for very long, so it kind of stops manipulating the. Controls when you're trying to use them. Okay, so let's engage the brakes. Let's deplete on auto. Don't think that's not going to be a big issue on this particular flight. Let's release the parking brakes. CJ Lloyd traffic, TBM 90261 Whiskey is taxiing to runway 11 via taxiway Bravo. CJ Lloyd. One thing you should notice, or you may notice, is that did I release the parking brake? I did. Okay. Is that this is Sim Update 8, which I've been previewing here for a while. And the clouds and the weather are just unbelievable. This is a very typical late afternoon Caribbean day where you get these kind of low overhanging, thick, dark clouds. I don't see any traffic coming in. Runway looks clear in both directions. CJ Lloyd traffic, TBM 90261 Whiskey, back taxiing runway 11, the full length for departure, CJ Lloyd. Let's get ourselves on GPS 1 here. Let's get the PDF settings. Wind option 3. Let's pay attention to what we're doing here. I would never do that while actually taxiing in a real airplane, which begs the question, why am I doing it now? So I have Aerosoft Simple Traffic, which has inserted some rather ridiculous airplanes into this scenery. So the fact that there's a Japan Airlines scenery in the Anguilla Airport is not the fault of the Anguilla Airport. It is the fault of Aerosoft Simple Traffic, and you can get this airport with static. You can install it with static aircraft, which will put local, the local airplanes, Trans-Anguilla, Anguilla Air Services, those types of aircraft into the scenery. Looks very realistic. The runway is accurate. All of the markings are accurate. There are changes to the elevation that you can really feel and see. Because I fly out of here all the time in the sim, and so I know what this runway was like before it was redone. I think it's SLH Simulations. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. That's pretty close though, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not right, rather. That did this beautiful scenery, and there is a huge drop off in real life at the end of this runway. So one of the first things I noticed in Microsoft Flight Simulator was that drop off wasn't there, and it is with the help of our friends at who did this scenery for us. I'm gonna actually leave the pulse lights off because we may wind up in some clouds here. So we are ready for takeoff. We are on our way to St. Barts, so let me make my call and get out of here. CJ Lloyd traffic, TBM 90261 Whiskey, taking off runway 11, departure to the south, CJ Lloyd. And it would not be Microsoft Flight Simulator if there wasn't a truck in the middle of the runway. So rest assured, it is there. Alright, takeoff power is set, engine instruments are all in the green, airspeed is alive. So are the rudder pedals, 80 knots, cross-checked, 90 knots. And off we go. And positive rate, gear coming up. 115 knots, so we'll put that notch of flaps up as well. And there is our destination. And the astute viewer might ask, which notch of flaps are you putting up? And they would be correct, because I forgot to set the takeoff flap because I was too busy talking. Okay. So we'll bring the torque back here. And I will show you basically what amazes me about this airplane, which is that it's so easy to fly. gorgeous late afternoon here in St. Martin. I mean, these clouds are just so typical of this area at this time of day. Let's bring this back a little bit more. Then we're definitely gonna have to pitch over here a little bit. St. Martin traffic, TBM 90261 Whiskey is in the VFR corridor southbound to St. Barts, 2,200 feet, St. Martin. So, I found that happened twice where you take off and the instrumentation lighting drops off, and I don't know quite why it does that. Again, really cool views of St. Martin, these cool clouds. You can look at this sort of thing and be like, oh, that doesn't look very good, but I don't see the good nitpicking if you're doing that. I mean, if you can't look at this and enjoy it, after, you know, kind of what we've seen in this area for the last 20 years in terms of flight sim, if you can't enjoy this, I'm sorry. It's not really the simulator's fault, in my opinion. It's yours. I would, however, really like to know how to turn up the lights here, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time messing around with that. How far are we from St. Martin, or St. Barts rather? Alright, so we're about 13 miles. See a really cool sailboat down there. How cool is that?
Vienna traffic Seagull 083, engine start in the pushing position.
Yeah, I knew I was in a pretty serious nose down attitude there. So this will be my second attempt to land this airplane at St. Barts. Hopefully I am as cool the second time as I was the first time. The first time I nailed it. I mean, I got it down quite easily. But one of the other reasons why I'm wanting to show you this video and this approach right now in this airplane is because this airplane is just so easy to fly, and like, you think to yourself, like, you wouldn't want to take put in that first notch of flaps, you wouldn't want to take a, you know, 850 shaft horsepower airplane on a 10-minute flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because it's just going to be too complicated. Well, guess what? It's not. With this airplane, it's just not. And that's what's really cool about it. I mean, this is literally as simple as flying the 150. It's arguably even simpler. And I don't know. I mean, it's just such a versatile airplane. I mean, I'm hand flying this entire time. The one thing I would like to do is adjust the speed at which the elevator trim works, because it is a little bit lazy. But other than that, I mean, really can't complain. Alright, we're going to bring the power back to about 23 inches, about 23% of torque. We'll put the gear down. Does take some work to slow this thing down, that's for sure. St. Bart's traffic, TBM 61 Whiskey is on a 3-mile left base, runway 10, St. Bart's. Put that second notch of flaps in. We are at 1,500 feet, which is perfect. And I have to keep moving in close to be able to see that, the torque setting. Because it's not really that clear. Could use just a little bit more brightness. But, I mean, your typical beautiful late afternoon in the Eastern Caribbean that you've gotten used to if you watch my videos, because I do this all the time. St. Bart's traffic, TBM 90261 Whiskey, Sugarloaf inbound 10, St. Bart's. So, in we go. Again, I just need to look in a little bit here so I can get the torque exactly where I want it. Alright, gears down, flaps are down, airspeed is just fine. Clearly have a little bit of a wind here. Feels like it's out of the left, but the multifunction display there is showing that it's out of the right. Very pleased. St. Bart's traffic, TBM 61 Whiskey, short final 10, St. Bart's. Very pleased so far. Very pleased so far. Don't see the numbers yet, they're just starting to come up. Bring some power out. Power is all the way out.
TBM traffic equal to all, proceed taxiing to Pontoon, runway 12.
Put it into beta. And that's that. I mean, that wasn't anything to write home about, honestly. That was more of a credit to the airplane than the pilot. But with the beta in the prop setting, I mean, you can get this thing down. Whether you can get it turned around is another story. So, yeah, as I was saying, I mean, that's more of a credit to the airplane than the pilot being able to hit the beta and get stopped. I mean, the other thing is you don't really need to flare this airplane here. You just want to get the wheels on the ground. marginal landing, really. If this were my airplane, I would be upset with me for landing it that way. But it was fun. I mean, I just wanted to show you guys how quick and easy this airplane is to fly, how versatile it is. St. Bart's traffic, TBM 61 Whiskey is clear of the runway, St. Bart's. You know, it's just such a versatile airplane. In fact, I just flew it from Anguilla to Piarco, which is a 2-hour flight, 490 nautical miles, something like that. And you know, climbed to 27,000 feet and zipped along at. I'm gonna do a little 180 here. Zipped along at 330 knots indicated airspeed to Piarco, and you know, did an IMC approach. Let's put on the parking brake here. Let's put the you just put the handle over here to the right, pull it all the way back, and that's it. Airplane, the engine shuts down. Hit the 2 master cautions. Turn everything off. Flaps are up. Brake is set. I mean, that's that. Look at these clouds. So that's St. Bart's in the TBM 930. Just an incredibly versatile and beautiful airplane. And I think you guys are going to be very, very pleased once Sim Update 8 comes out. It's looking like a good one. So hope everybody's doing well.